Hey YouTube, Sam here, my trailer, and like I said, there's kind of an access panel with all the wiring going through. Here's the two wires coming down from the charge controller. Over here we got the extension cord hooked to that plug. Coming through here, let's see, one of these is the ground coming out, and that'll go to the chassis up under here. And that's about it. That's everything coming out from up above there. We're back out here on the RV and we're doing the batteries finally. We got two 6-volt batteries from Costco, golf cart type batteries, and I have a video on how I made this and crimped the end. So go check out that video if you want to know kind of how to do battery cables, if you want to try it out. First, we're starting out, we need a 12-volt system for this RV, and since these are 6-volt, we got to put the two 6-volts, hook those together so that they work as a 12-volt battery together. By doing that, you want to put a terminal or a cable on the negative here, and then I put the red shrink wrap on the positive side and the black shrink wrap stuff, I don't know if that's the technical term for it, for some reason it's escaping me, on the negative side. So black here, red there. That ties the two batteries together, so negative, positive. Okay, then we're taking from inside and the trailer these two here. These go on the positive over here, and then on underneath here, this is the negative, which will hook on the negative on this side. We're going to go ahead and hook our positives up first. Okay, so those are from the trailer. Now I also have another one here. I have a power jack to jack the front of my trailer up. So anyhow, so we're going to put that on there. Washer, and we'll put the negative on here. Now in theory, that should make 12 volts of power from these two 6-volt batteries going into my trailer here. Okay, I need to tighten those up, but so that's the negative. That just goes down to the chassis. The positive here goes to, like I said, the power jack there. This one goes to the power of the trailer down in that panel that I showed you earlier. This one here actually goes directly to the charge controller that is underneath the chair that we're hooking up here. So that's where this one goes. So that should be how this all hooks up. Now we'll go underneath. I kind of finished it up down there, up under here. And I will say one thing before you go and you button everything up. I replaced the power cable that's right here, and I forgot to hook that up under there after I put this all back up. Luckily, when I went to start caulking this, I thought, oops, I need a power cable coming out here. So I got this all caulked, all the holes, everything kind of like what it did everywhere where I drilled through, and I got it wire tied, cable tied, and everything all taped up and cable tied, so it's hopefully nice. Anywhere where it might rub on something, I either wrapped a bunch of tape around it, or I also use these wire looms going all the way up that way. Also some wire looms here, so on the positive cables where it might rub a little bit here. So I did all that, which I might have to actually go up further with that one now that I look at it right here. Anyhow, so I'll take care of that in a little bit. Now here's the big one, the orange cable you see right here. That cable there and this white one here, this goes down to the ground. These are hooked into the box up there, the actual plug-in box, the 120 volt plug-in or 110 volt, whatever you want to call it, the plug-in up there that's got the GFI ground fault interrupter plug-in on it. So the orange one here and this one just goes down to the chassis and hooks in with all the rest of this chassis stuff here, the one with the yellow on it. Now the orange one comes down, comes around here It's all wire tied up, it's all cleaned up, and it runs along the same cord all the way to the plug-in, which plugs into the back of my truck back here. And on the end of that wire coming up off of the plug-in cable here, I got it wire tied all nice. Coming up here, I wire tied it around here, comes off, and I got pretty good amount of wire going to a plug-in. If you want to know how to wire one of these up, I got a video on that. It's fixing an extension cord end, something like that. So you can go check out that. But this right here, once I plug it in, will make the plug-in on the inside live. It'll give the power from this will go, or power from, well, right now it'll be an extension cord. But I also made this, why I have it quite so long, is that when I'm camping, I actually keep my generator in the back of my truck, and this will reach over in the back of my truck and plug right on into the generator where I put it. So should work really well, hopefully. The biggest thing I'm gonna have to do is figure out how to wind this up and keep it up here where it's not going to fall and get in the way and end up being dragged down the road. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and plug this into here, and I'll meet you on the... Alright, well, we got the trailer. It's not plugged into anything. We got the supposedly 12 volt worth of 6 volt batteries plugged in. This should work. On the front, we got the batteries all working. I still have not plugged this in, and I'm not going to quite yet. Now I have a GFCI outlet back here. Don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and plug in. I got that plugged in there. I got my heat gun here. Technically, it should be just like the plug-in if you were plugging it into your house. Power. Now here's the other thing. Put that there. I got that ground fault there, so I'm going to, if I can feel it, test that out. Ta-da! Now it's not letting me reset it. Unplug that. And looking through the... There we go. That seems like I'm kind of going through the camera. There you go. So that is working just fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down, and I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And I want all my concentration when I do that, just in case I hook something up wrong, which hopefully I didn't. It's not real difficult to hook up. I mean, you got a positive, a negative, and a ground. It's pretty much as simple as that. And it should be working, but I don't have the pendant to show me little flashing lights to see if it's doing anything. I'm going to check it with my voltmeter and some things like that. But it also isn't smoking, so that's a good sign that I didn't hook up hopefully anything wrong, and I didn't hear anything fuse wise pop or anything like that. So hopefully we are charging the batteries now. Well, there it is in all its glory. I actually ordered the little pendant there, and I got that. As you can see, probably it's flashing fairly slow, once every 10 or so seconds. I believe that means it's maintaining a charge right now. But until I get some more gauges and things like that, I really won't be able to tell exactly what all it's doing. Alright, hopefully it's not too bright out here, but as you can see, I have this all buttoned up. I got my 6 volt batteries nicely put in there. I did have to do a little bit of cutting and trimming to the boxes here to make them work the way I need them to work, but for the most part everything looks alright, I think, and it'll do the job well. I got it plugged in down here to shore power, so to speak, and this one here, the black, goes through, down under, and up into the charge controller. Basically that's this whole thing all set up. I got one charge controller. And basically I'm leaving that alone the way it is. If I ever sell the trailer or something, I will probably take this stuff with me, hook it back up with the 12-volt batteries, or even keep the 6-volt ones in here and let this do the job that it's supposed to do for the next owner if I ever sell it. But what I did is down here on the panel, and this is on mine, I don't know if yours, basically if I throw this switch it turns everything off, but down here the 1, 2, 3, fourth one down seems to be everything to do with that charge controller, and I switched that off. Now if I were to switch this on and plug it into the back of the trailer back there and leave that plugged in up front, the charge controller that I bought, you would have problems. So you need to make sure you understand this, that the way I have it fixed, if I have it plugged in the front, I can't have it plugged into the back and have this on. I believe if I shut this off and have it plugged into the back, I shouldn't have any problems. But I have not tested that yet, but I am going to test that and we will see if it works or not. I don't know if it'll be part of this video. I am going to have kind of more of an update, more information later on as information comes to me. I have not used this yet in any kind of a situation where I can say, yeah, this is great or anything like that. Based on the information I have, I'm pretty comfortable that this will do the job I want it to do, but I do need to find out more about how to make sure that the charge controller from the trailer isn't interfering with the charge controller from this. I need to do more homework on that. For now, I just have that switch off that I showed you. That should keep them from interfering with each other. All batteries seem to be keeping a charge. I have actually tested them now with a voltmeter, and they seem to be doing well. So I don't have any overcharge or discharge happening right now. So everything, I'm assuming, is hooked up correctly. So you will hear more about this. I have a lot more. I haven't seen you, let you see my ugly mug for a while, so I figured maybe I'd show my face to you. Sorry about that. So anyhow, I had a malfunction with my battery going dead on me, so I'm back here. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about. I tend to ramble on as I'm doing right now. We will see. So far I do have one concern about this. I have not yet seen the fan come on this thing. It seems to be working okay. I'm bending over and touching it right now. Doesn't seem to have any problems with it heating up, so either I have it in a really good spot and it's just not enough heat to make the fan come on, or I have not just been around when the fans come on. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. It does come with, I think it was a 1-year warranty. I'm not exactly sure. Yet again, have to do your own research and decide who you want to buy it from and how much you want to spend. To be honest, I got it on Amazon. I bought probably the cheapest one I could find on Amazon. I will say I wish I would have maybe gone up to the next one and went ahead and got the pendant. It probably might have been a little bit cheaper than buying them separately like I did. Those kind of things. You need to do your own research on that. But so far, it was really easy to hook up. I haven't had any problems as of yet, but I've only had it hooked up for maybe a week at the most now. I got everything all buttoned back up. Everything seems to be working fine as far as my electrical, my 12-volt stuff. So far everything's okie dokie. Yet again, keep an eye out for more RV bit videos. I plan on doing a lot more, planning updating my RV. It's not a super old RV, but we're hitting 10 years. I believe this year it'll be 10 years that this RV will have been on the road, or at least out. Not in my possession. I bought it secondhand. But it's a really nice RV. I'm really happy with it. So maybe I'll do a video on just the RV at some point in time when I get it more buttoned up the way I want it. But there are a few things, mainly storage issues that I have. So if you're having storage issues with your RV, first of all, go check out how I made more storage underneath my my couch here that folds into a bed. Go check that out. I have it on this side. It's not here right now because I undid it so I could work on stuff underneath, but I have it so this folds up and down and hooks up there, and it works awesome. I'm really happy to have this extra storage because there's not a lot. and I do have some other storage plans. So this is Sam, jack of all, master of none. You all have a good one.